Hello and welcome to our online English class. My name is Fasli. Today we are going to see our first video in grammar. So this lesson will be about the simple present tense, as you can see here. On the following page we will talk more about the tense itself. So here this passage will present the simple present tense, its form and its use. Before you continue the lesson, read the following passage and try to see how the verbs are formed and used. Now here are some examples that we're going to provide right now. 1. James is a taxi driver. He drives his taxi. But on Sundays, he doesn't drive his taxi. He stays at home. Now, look at here. The verbs be, drive, and stay are in the simple present tense. On the following page, we are going to talk about the different forms of the simple present tense. Let's start with the affirmative form. Here is the affirmative form. I, you, we, and they play. So we have the same form of conjugation at the level of the verb. He, she, and it plays. Remember, the verbs in the third person singular, he, she, and it, always take an S. For example, he plays, he sings, it works. Here are some examples of sentences in which the verbs are conjugated in the simple present tense. Khalil and Angeline speak good French. Ibrahim works in the restaurant. The children play in the garden every weekend. And now let's go to the following form, which is negative. Here again, I, you, we, and they do not, which is full form, or don't, contracted form, play. So I can say, I do not play, or I don't play. They are the same, no different. And now, from there, we have he, she, and it does not play, or doesn't play. So, does not play is the full form of doesn't play. Now, here are some examples of sentences. No, I don't speak Spanish. No, she doesn't work in a restaurant. Ali is not a good student. They are not happy today. From there, let's go to the interrogative form. In the interrogative form, the auxiliary to do comes before the subject, and the subject again comes before the verb. For example, here we have do I play, or do you play, do we play, and do they play. With the third person singular, he, she, it, we can say does he play, or does she play, or does it play. Here are some examples. Do you speak good English? Does Aisha like English? Are you a teacher? Is Alice your mother? So these are some examples of sentences in the interrogative form. And from there we have the use of the simple present tense. The simple present is used to give your opinion. Example, I like ice cream. I don't like spicy food. It is also used to talk about schedules. For example, the library opens at 8. It doesn't open at 7. And the simple present tense is used to talk about the daily habits or routine actions. For example, Sarah eats a cheese for breakfast every day. So every day it is repeated. She doesn't eat cereal. To give fact again, the earth cycles the sun, and the moon doesn't cycle the sun. And from there again, we are going to talk about some spelling rules at the level of the third person singular in the simple present tense. All the verbs take an S in the simple present tense when conjugated in the third person singular, he, she, and it. Examples. I visit my parents every summer holiday, but my wife visits her parents every weekend. My brother meets his friend every day. And now we are going to see some special cases. Here we are. With silent E, verbs ending in silent E, for example, close and note. Here in the simple present tense with he, she, and it, we put S at the end. So here is an example. Note, notes. Again, from there we have another case. Vowel plus Y. Here we put only S at the end. Play, plays. And say, says. Another case, consonant plus Y. Like, for example, study, studies. Marry, marries. Here we change the Y into I before ES with he, she, and it. So from there again we have another case here. Verbs ending in O. So there we put ES at the end. And that ES is pronounced like a Z. Go, goes. Do, does. Verbs ending in S, in Z, in SH, and so on. There again we put ES to the verb in the simple present tense, but with the third person singular, he, she, and it. For example, I can say, I miss, he misses, etc. And from there, we go to some things to remember about the simple present tense. So these points are very important. With the lexical verbs, try to remember these. 1. In the interrogative forms, we use do or does with lexical verb. Example, do you like house? Do you like the house? So in this sentence, the verb like is a lexical verb. It cannot have the interrogative form itself. We need do as an auxiliary. Does she go to school? The same form, the same example. And number 2, verbs never take an S in the negative and interrogative forms at all. Does he speak German? Do they play soccer? She doesn't like ice cream. So in these different sentences here, we don't have S with the verbs because the auxiliary which is used is already conjugated in the simple present tense. And from there, we go to the following points to remember. Don't is the short form of do not. You can say either don't or do not. For example, I do not speak Italian, or I don't speak Italian. No different. Doesn't is the short form of does not. You can say either don't, doesn't, or does not. For example, he does not listen to jazz music, or he doesn't listen to jazz music. Now, well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Your questions and suggestions are welcome. And practice your English every day because practice makes perfect. Take care and see you next time.